Hey everyone, welcome to Trizity Traveling. I am your host John. Today we're flying from Tampa, Florida to Dallas, Fort Worth with American Airlines. This flight was unique because it had what I would consider a pretty significant surprise service, which you'll see as we get into the video. But before we do get into the video, please take a second to click the subscribe button and hit that reminder bell to be notified of future content. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for all the likes and thumbs up. Today's trip story is on a Boeing 737-800. This Boeing 737 has been upgraded by American, meaning the seatback screens have been removed. Perhaps they never existed on this one, I don't really know. Regardless, there are no seatback screens, which is a bummer for me personally. I know some of you don't really care about that, but I do. I think it really reduces my enjoyment of the flight. But that's my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and get into the trip report. We begin today's trip report in the rental car center. The rental car center is new since the last time I was in Tampa. I believe that was in 2017. This rental car center opened in 2018. It connects to the main terminal via the Sky Connect train.
We are about to depart. For your safety, please stand clear of the door and hold handrails firmly at all times. Next stop is the main terminal station. This will be the final stop. Smoking is not permitted within the train system. Please remember to hold handrails firmly at all times. Main terminal station. This is the final stop.
Roughly a 5-minute train ride from the rental car center to the main terminal. I will be checking a bag today, which means I'm down 2 escalators to get to the check-in desks. Past the Southwest desks. Not flying on Southwest today. Not flying JetBlue today. Today we are flying American Airlines. I am flying domestic first class today, so dedicated check-in lane, and without much delay we're up in the main terminal area. Tampa International has 4 satellite, or what they call airside terminals, with 59 gates. TSA screening is done at each of those. So the central terminal is shops and food. Everything in the main terminal seemed to be open. About a 1-minute ride from the main terminal to airside F, where American operates.
We're about to depart. Please stand clear of the doors and hold handrails firmly at all times. We are approaching airside F, serving American, British.
And once into airside F, pretty much everything in airside F was closed. More on that in a minute. Flying to Dallas, Fort Worth from F82 today. Yep. Well, we've reached our gate, and we're at one of the satellite terminals in Tampa, gate 82, and the only things open at this end of the terminal is the grab-and-go restaurant, or grab-and-go store, and a bar. Crazy. I thought bars would be closed, but apparently bars in the airport are okay. Get a few beverages before you hit your flight, I guess. The TSA guard said that they were doing about 5 passengers an hour. That's about what I'm seeing here. I'll turn the camera around and you can have a view of what's out there. So, got about an hour to board. I thought there'd be more to do here. Turns out there isn't. So, chill out, read a book. That's my plans. There is this kid video game thing, which I'm actually surprised that they have that on and will allow people to touch that based on everything else. Every other seat has this social distance leave space thing. It's pretty funny, the airplane will be more full than that. is closed because of that. Must be some lightning in the area. Short delay, but we've got 3 hours in Dallas, so not a big deal yet. My favorite domestic first class seat. Better with a seatback screen, of course.
Using the shared overhead bin space or space underneath the seat in front of you. The only exception to that rule is if you are sitting in the first row of each cabin. If you look forward, you have a wall.
Was that an attempt at humor? I'm not sure. Regardless, here's some more of the seat, power plugs, and tray tables between the seats.
Hello everyone. Thank you for your attention. It's time to get you ready for takeoff. The safety card shows how to use it. The crew will now be coming around to do a final cabin check. After takeoff, we'll be back with more information.
While it is acceptable to remove face coverings when eating or drinking, you must wear your face covering at all other times during our flight. If you are unwilling to follow this requirement, you may not be allowed to fly with us in the future. We've made some temporary changes to our onboard service. On this flight, we will not provide a food and beverage service. Although if you do need something, please let us know. We ask that you refrain from placing used cleaning wipes, tissues, or other disposable items in the seat back pocket or toilets. We will now be walking through the cabin to ensure everyone is wearing a mask. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding, and now more than ever, we appreciate you choosing American. We thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight.
Thankfully, nobody felt obliged to challenge the flight attendant on this flight, as we were already delayed. The entertainment factor of this video would have gone up significantly if that would have happened, however. Comply or you will boot you off, of course. If you'd like to see full departures, head on over to my other YouTube channel, Trizity Loves Airplanes, and you can see those there. Like the previous American Airlines flights, we were handed a doggy bag when we entered the airplane. This bag had Biscoff cookies, a sanitizing wipe, and a small bottle of water. This is what I expected the service to consist of today. I prefer the sanitizing wipe because you can clean your area. Mask check.
As a reminder, all masks or face coverings must be up and they must be covering both your nose and your mouth. Thank you very much.
Streaming on my own device today. Big surprise on this flight today was a soda, grapes and cheese with crackers.
Reach our cruising altitude. We are kind of working around some weather on both the left and right, but it looks like it's going to be a fairly smooth ride for now. So I'm going to throw the seatbelt sign off, but if we do start getting caught in some turbulence, I'm going to turn that back on and ask you to take your seats.
Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese. The cheddar was nice and sharp. Big fan of sharp cheddar. And a soft cheese. Not a big fan of soft cheese. Didn't eat that. And the grapes were very tasty. Chocolate with caramelized honey bits was really, really good. Huge surprise getting a service on today's flight. Ended up watching Bad Boys for Life. As I showed you, we were delayed out of Tampa due to lightning, about 20 minutes for us, but we had a 3-hour layover, so not a problem. Approaching Dallas, and the flight attendants have a favor to ask everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do realize that many of you have connections here in Dallas, and we do apologize that Mother Nature was so cruel to us in Tampa and delaying the flight. I'm currently showing that our arrival at the gate will be at 4:16. We're going to ask a favor of everyone. If you have a connection at 4:45 or prior, so anywhere up to 4:45, once we're at the gate and the seatbelt sign is turned off, we ask that all passengers who do not have that, please remain seated. If your connection is anywhere from now till 4:45, you can let those people get off the plane as quickly as possible, but ladies and gentlemen, no one is allowed to stand up until we are at the gate and the seatbelt sign is turned off. We do appreciate any assistance any of the passengers can give those with the tight connections. Thank you so much.
Most of the passengers were actually very accommodating to let people off the plane. So thumbs up today. This one is a really easy thumbs up. Surprise service. Almost normal service, I would call it. A normal service on this flight would have been a meal. Thumbs down today. This one's also pretty easy. Check your batteries before you get on a flight. My noise-canceling headphones battery was dead. I forgot to turn them off. And so I got to enjoy a delightful 6-month-old young man talk for the entire flight. You may have heard him throughout the video. Remember to get batteries for your noise-canceling headphones. Regardless of that, if you have any questions or comments about flying on American Airlines, questions about the surprise service, I'll be happy to respond to those. And as I'd like to say here on my channel, stay safe and happy travels.